All right, so I'm here with the Ozark Trail 29 Ridge. This is the better of the Ozark Trail mountain bikes. This is the $400 mountain bike, but it is no longer a $400 mountain bike. So let's start off with what's the same. So right now I currently have the stock tires on it. They're nice, they're okay. They'll, and yes, they need to be just a little better on the brakes. So stock tires, stock rims, stock frame, stock cassette, stock forks. That's really about it. Stock bottom bracket. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. Stock bars. The bars are fine. Did just fine with the bars. I stuck with the same length stem. I went with a fun stem, so it's a nice blue anodized. Changed out the stem cap. I put a KS dropper on it. Let's see. She behaves. Nope. There we go. Yeah. These KS dropper posts, usually the first time you operate them, you gotta give them a little whack. But once you've done that, they're just fine. So the KS Lev, this is the EXA. But it gets all the way down. Good ride position. I got some aftermarket gel seat I got off of Amazon on here. I don't know. It's cushy and I didn't have any complaints out of it. And I logged quite a bit of miles on it. As you can see, I wrapped it. I'm also not a professional at doing wrap, so it looks accordingly. I got some wrinkles in it and whatnot, but got these little separators on there. All the cables, everything is routed internally. I have the Shimano 2 pistons on there. These are the same Shimanos you get on a deal for like 60, or they can go up to 120. It depends on the site and the sale and how you find them. I did find the rear hose is too short to run internal on this. It may run just fine if you had it externally and just zip tied it to the frame. I'll tell you what, it's not going to look good. Spend the money, route it internally, take some pride in your bike, do it upright. But run what you got. This is a budget build, so that's all you got, and just go with it. So again, the shifters stock, the levers not. These are Shimano. I had the rear done by a bike shop because I didn't have the tools to do the hoses and all that stuff, and I wasn't going to get involved in all that. So I just let a local bike shop do it. It was about $75, including the hose. So that's not a bad deal, considering I only paid like $60 for the brakes to begin with. And it was a nice upgrade because 180 millimeter rotors. So I had to get a spacer to put on there, and I had to get a spacer to put on there. So that'll allow it to come up just enough to clear the 180 millimeter rotors. I have some 50-50 pedals on there. They're similar to Race Face and the Fukers and all that. A little bit different design on them. I liked them. The color was great. It was a good blue, not like a faded blue. The Fukers and the Race Face just seemed like they were like more of a baby blue. So I was like, didn't go with them. I got some Ergon style grips. These are, I don't know. They're some other brand. They're all pretty much the same. These got some little ribs on here. They're squishy. They hold your hand. It's a little comfy. Do I need it? No. Did it make a difference? Not that I cared to even notice. Changed up the bolts on the rotors while I had the rotors off. I put some blue anodized bolts on there. Blue anodized valve caps with a built-in valve core remover just in case. Arizona does have those goat heads. They're little sticker balls. They're miserable for your tire. So I do have some heavy slime tubes in here. Oh my God, are they heavy and bulky. It's not something you want to carry as a spare. But hey, no more flats, right? That's the whole idea. I can complete the ride. Changed out the seat clamp. Went with blue. I got these little chain guide little things for the chain stays. They go on with a zip tie. They're not bad. They keep the chain off the chain stay, keeps it from getting nicked up, and I'm pretty happy with them. The blue accents the bike. Changed out to blue skewers. I have a blue narrow wide chain ring on here. You can't see because I put the bike up this way. And I got Bucklos crank arms. These are pretty nice. However, always make sure you check the torque on your crank bolts. I did lose a little spacer in there, and one of the arms was trying to come off on me on a ride. So a little bit of Loctite, a little bit of checking it, you know, after the first couple rides. You know, after a while, you know, you're like, all right, I'm not tightening these anymore. They're pretty well in there. They're settled. They're good to go. I brought this in the shop today because I am upgrading to Maxxis tires on it. This is my oldest son's bike, so it is his. So technically, he's upgrading to Maxxis tires. But I'm putting them on for him because he's not here right now, and I'm bored. So hey, still have the A5 L2 9-speed derailleur. But it's a good, decent entry-level trail bike. I mean, with the money I put into this and that I did the work myself, saved tons of money. Shopping around for the parts, saved tons of money. And the only thing really left that I would possibly consider would be upgrading to an air fork. But I'll tell you what, this one here, it's the XCT30. It does great. Very happy with it. The rebound on it leaves a little bit to be desired on. It's kind of a pogo. It just shoots right down. Riding it, it's okay, but like hop off a curb or hop off a jump, it'll, you know, wants to just rebound right all the way out for you. So if you like that, great. I don't know anybody that particularly would, but it's a decent fork, and the trail manners are pretty decent for the level of bike and the skill this is designed for. So hey, there's my now my son's Ozark Trail Ridge bike, 29'er, size large. I am 6'3", and it fits me wonderfully. The card says I'm at the max height for the bike, but I beg to say you could be 6'4", 6'5", and still ride this pretty comfortably. And $400, why not? Give it a whirl.